this high interest rate environment is driving annuity sales to all-time highs here in 2023. But there are other options to consider. Banks are making CDs and high-yield savings accounts attractive again. So what should you do for your clients? Let's get into it.
Chris, you're kind of the expert here on annuities. So let's talk about these different options that banks and things are coming out with to compete with the annuity market.
Cash is really an asset again. That's what we're seeing. Because for a long time, cash was not an asset. You're getting 0%. You're getting, what are you seeing in some banks, Trevor? Maybe 0.1% on some savings accounts? I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous. And some banks are still doing that. But cash is an asset again. You are seeing interest rates super high. You're seeing more options for clients out there, and it's really pushing annuity sales to all-time highs. I believe the number was 27% higher the first half of this year compared to the first half of 2022. And this higher interest rate environment is really to thank for that.
It's funny you say that about the increase in sales. I've even had annuity sales this year. I know I've talked to you about them, but just to kind of share a little of my experience, I don't focus on annuities. If I'm making personal sales, it's from usually referrals from other clients or things like that. And I have people asking me about annuities.
Annuity used to be a bad word that was out there. Like, nobody liked them. My uncle had one and he hated these products, things like that. But now consumer sentiment's getting a lot better with these products. And you're not just seeing it with those rates, you're seeing it with income. I mean, for years, as long as I've been doing this, it's been really about accumulation products with these annuities. And now income products are coming back into favor again. We have high interest rates to thank for that. People are looking at products with really high roll-up rates. Income products are just more attractive again, and it's really just a better situation for the consumer all around.
Do you see a difference in multi-year guarantees versus index products right now?
Big time. MYGAs have really been the reason annuity sales have been getting this big bump. People like their short-term options. The scary thing about annuities are these surrender fees, right? Like, I got locked into a 10-year or a 14-year product. There's even 16-year products out there. But the fact is there's so many attractive annuities right now in that 1 to 5 year range. So those short-term options, people like knowing they can get guaranteed interest and they can get out of that product and have more options later on. So really, that big spike that you're seeing is really coming from these annuity sales on the MYGA side.
Okay, so if MYGAs are kind of what's hot right now, is there a downside to index products right now?
Now, I wouldn't say there's a downside to index products. You're losing that guarantee. And when you have rates being flashed around over 5% for 3-year products, it kind of makes it difficult to look at an index product and say, well, I might get 7 or 8% on the index product, but here I'm getting a guaranteed 5.5%. But you are seeing really nice things come out like premium bonuses with these index annuities. You're seeing more companies than ever with 10% premium bonuses on 10-year products. Usually that's more reserved for a 14 or 16-year product. Being able to have the best of both worlds with an index product, the fact that you can get a guaranteed premium bonus, maybe a nice guaranteed fixed account, and then take advantage of market gains later on, still make fixed index annuities really attractive.
What kind of competition is coming out against annuities?
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of really good options right now. And I'm a big believer that there's really no bad financial product out there. It's just has to be sold for the right reasons. If the person buys it to fit their needs, then it's a really good product. But there are a lot of really good options out there now, like CDs, for example. You're seeing bank CDs at much higher rates than you've seen in the past 20, 25 years. The fact that you can go to a bank, a name that you're familiar with, and get over 5% on a CD is really nice. And you have to remember the benefits of a CD. They're liquid. You could walk away from that. If you're a younger person and you get a CD, it might be a better option for you because you have that nice growth and you have that flexibility to walk away from the product and take money out for a car or for a home or for a big purchase of some kind. So CD rates are really up there. But you have to remember there is a downfall of CDs. You have to pay taxes on those gains every single year versus with an annuity. I think the other thing banks are really showing us too are high yield savings accounts. High yield savings accounts out there now. You can just take your money from your checking account, drop it into a high yield savings account earning over 4%. I think pretty much anywhere you can get 4.5% on these high yield savings accounts. And that's a really, really nice feature that people have now.
So if you were going to sum everything up, the competition to annuities, why annuities are still doing so great.
Yeah.
How would you do that if you had to do just a quick summation?
I would look at the benefits of these annuities. Like I said, with CDs, you have to pay taxes on those gains every single year. With bonds can be great, but they're typically shorter term. I mean, the bonds are nice because you have 6-year, 9-year bonds at really high rates. Those are good options, but where do you go from there? You need to consider those things. So with annuities, you have to remember those benefits of these products. You still have liquidity with annuities, right? You still have 10% free withdrawals out there. You still have the growth potential that's available with index products to take advantage of S&P gains or a lot of these proprietary indexes that are uncapped. I think my favorite feature is definitely principal protection when it comes to annuities. Your money's never going to go backwards with that, and they can guarantee you that. I also think one of the biggest features that never gets talked about is tax deferral. Even if you're younger, you might think an annuity is just for seniors or somebody getting close to retirement. But what's so nice about tax deferral is you can push those taxes off to another year. You have CDs where you, again, pay taxes every single year. Here, you can defer those taxes and let compound interest earn compound interest, earn compound interest. And if you look at CDs and annuities side by side, even if they're the same exact interest rate, that annuity will ultimately outgain that CD because you're not paying taxes on it every single year.
If you aren't sure how to get into annuity sales and you're interested and have been talking to clients about high interest rate savings accounts or CDs that they're getting into, give us a call today. Have Chris help you out with how to start that annuity conversation. And if you have questions about how to do it, drop it in the comments below. And of course, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our future videos.